And if any judge haven't received a judging sheet, kindly let us know so that we will be sending you.
Not received yet.
Uh, yeah, I'm sending.
Yeah, same here. I haven't received it yet.
Uh, it's who I haven't received. We have shared with Jane Thomason. We have shared with Eddie Avil. We have shared with Abhishek through WhatsApp, and we haven't shared with ALEKH. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have it yet.
yeah. We have shared now. And Ritesh Jain ji, we have shared. I guess again we are sharing it here in the Zoom to all the judges. And if you're not able to access it, kindly let us know at earlier so that we can look into it. Raj, sorry. We have allotted the names, so you can get into it. And dear participants, there is small intimation to everyone. If you face any technicalities, as I mentioned, kindly share your 8XR scene at earliest. So that, kindly make sure your team only could present because our IPSF team is involved in other technical things. Yeah. So we are good to go. We'll
We
be
are
starting.
live here.
And Mohit, kindly start recording. So, a very fanatic good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you have joined. We, Indian Pharmaceutical Association Students Forum, would like to thank each and every participant and each and every judge for coming over here. Once again, I wish very good afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you're joining in. So, finally, the day has come, the final round of Metaverse Hackathon Season 2. So, Metaverse Hackathon, it has been a great journey for us because we have organized 1 month complete workshop to train the pharmacy students and from the various resource persons who have joined from international backgrounds. And it's been a pleasure to upskill the pharmacy students community in India. And along with that, today we have a great panel of judging panel to judge the final Metaverse Hackathon round, where the students have been trained in the related to the skills of Metaverse. We have provided the resources with the support of the organizations collaborated with us, and through that, the students have shown their enthusiasm to create their ideas and to pitch their ideas. And it's a momentum to start their startup environment. So first of all, I would like to introduce our judge, Mr. Abhishek Singh Rajpurohit, who is the founder and chief Metaverse officer at Acknowledger and founding partner at Voice of Crypto. So we welcome you, sir, on behalf of IPA-SF. And we have Mr. ALEKH Johari, who is the founder of Animal Solutions. We welcome you, sir. And we have Dr. Jane Thomason, author of Web3 books, who have accepted our invitation and came forward for today's judging panel member. And we have Mr. RAVIL NASYROV, who is a 3D environment artist and XR supervisor at Dev Virtual Productions. So we welcome you, sir. And we have Mr. Samuel Lee, Director of Customer Experience at Brain Technologies of Imagica AI. And we have Mr. ARUN NADARASA, who is the CEO of ISPPA and Web3 Pharma. And we have Mr. Eddie AVIL, who is the founder of VR, Storytellers, Immersion, and XROM. So we welcome you wholeheartedly, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming over here for judging as a panel member. And we have Mr. SARVAGY SHAH, who is a technical product manager at AjnaLens. So we thank you, sir, for coming forward here and providing us uh, resources and also for accepting to provide first three winners of this competition for the AUM 2023 and India's first mega conference of artificial intelligence. And we have Mr. Julian Park, who is the CEO of Bezel, for coming forward and accepting as an invitation. We have Mr. Dr. Ritesh, who is the CEO of Bezel, for coming forward as a judging panel member of today's competition. And we also one special member. He's Mr. Raj sir, who is a mentor of IPS Students Forum and who is our parent body executive committee member. He's Mr. Raj sir, who is a community pharmacist from India and who is also a member of FIP. So thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming over here as a judging panel member. So to all the participants, we would like to clearly mention that. So the judging panel members would be like there are few members who are joined in the live and the rest of the members who haven't joined, they will be judging your participation based on the recording session. So whatever you're pitching your idea here, we will be sharing this link to them. So later in their possible time, like in the next few hours, they will be judging your idea. So we have made such arrangements over here because of the international time constraints. So yeah, for again, I thank everyone. So first we have the team Miss Meta. Miss Meta, are you ready?
Yes, yes.
So Miss Meta is Aisha from state Kerala from India. She is the only member who is representing her team. And Miss Meta, you can present your presentation, then your 8XR or whatever the scene you have prepared for your presentation. Then the judges, each judge can take 30 seconds of your time for your feedback or for your remarks. Then you can allot the marks. So again, I would like to take the confirmation from the judges, like the judging sheet is being open and is again accessible to every judging, right? Judging member. Can you please confirm in the chat box so that it would be helpful for us to move forward?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. Great. Okay, Miss Meta, please be ready and you can on your camera and you can present your, uh, you can speak few words before getting presentation. As I mentioned, present your presentation, then your scene, then the judges will be giving 30 seconds feedback. Yeah. So yeah, before getting into it, I would like to also mention we have received total 15 entries. Among 15 entries, we have selected the 8 teams who have shown their enthusiasm and their participation by using the resources, whatever we have provided them. And also from these 8 teams, 2 teams have went to Bangalore from their hometown and they have used the Movella for capturing their motion captures. So that's where the enthusiasm from the pharmacy students community have been showcased towards these technical realities. Yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah, Miss Meta, you can go ahead. All the best.
Thank you. I couldn't share. Uh, it shows the host disabled participant screen sharing.
Yes, we will be giving you host access. Mr. Mohit, kindly give host access. Mohit, are you giving host access?
Give me a minute.
Miss Meta Aisha. And the next team who are going to ready, kindly inform in the chat box who is going to present or who is need the hosting controls. So that we'll give host accordingly. Yeah, thank you.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. Greetings, everyone. I am Aisha, team Miss Meta. So today I would like to introduce my Metaverse pharmacy, which is called Wonder RX. Wonder RX is a pediatric Metaverse pharmacy which focuses more on the well-being of kids. Actually, I am a PharmD graduate. During my internship days, I got the opportunity to work in pediatric department. During that time, I got to know that many kids lack knowledge about their medication and the parents lack knowledge about their medication. So that is when I go to start Wonder RX Pediatric Metaverse Pharmacy. This is a pharmacy where innovative technology will incorporate in pharmacy, and we will use virtual and augmented reality. Our aim and vision is to transform healthcare for kids through enhancing metaverse experiences, and through that, we can revolutionize the healthcare system. Our target audience is definitely pediatrics, kids at the age of 6 to 12, and their parents, caretakers, doctors, healthcare professionals. The problems in the pediatric department is that most of the time kids lack the medication adherence. They feel like not taking the medication. They have the fear of the pharmacy settings, And sometimes the parents lack a supportive group in the pharmacy and the pediatric department. So why you should choose WonderRx? WonderRx is a pediatric pharmacy. It has different ideas like guardian angel avatars, superhero vaccination, immunodefender games, creative art therapy, breastfeeding sanctuary, and growth milestone playgrounds. The guardian angel avatar is a thing. When the kid enter in the metaverse, the meta pharmacist will act as a guardian angel avatars. So the kid feel like feel more joys, and they are more into taking medications. And we have something else called superhero vaccination. Sometimes the kid uh, feel very difficult to take the vaccination. They are very afraid of the vaccination. Sometimes the parents forget the vaccination dates. So that is when the superhero vaccination comes. The kid's favorite superhero will give them vaccination. So that's called a superhero vaccination. Then we have an interesting game called immunodefender game. This is when the kid take different medication like syrup, tablet. These will defend the viruses and bacteria, and so that is called immunodefender games. And we know that the kids definitely need support and creative environment. So that is where we comes with creative art therapy, where children has this ground where we can go around and do creative art therapy. And we also wanted to make sure the parents should have this knowledge about breastfeeding and their importance. So we have a breastfeeding community where pediatric parents can come together and be a safe space. So that is called a breastfeeding sanctuary. And then growth milestone playground. It is very important to make sure that the kids' growth should be monitored. So that is called growth milestone playgrounds. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Meta. Now, are you ready with your 8XR scene to showcase how your pharmacy works?
Okay. Aditi, can you share a picture?
Chaitanya will be share on behalf of.
Okay.
Yeah, can someone make a Chaitanya as co-host?
Done, bhaiya.
Yeah, kindly Chaitanya, share it fast. And all the participants, you can limit your presentation as 3 minutes as mentioned. The coming members, please be ready. Yeah, you can start sharing. So
Sir,
this is the 8XR scene they have created to showcase their pharmacy, how their pharmacy works. Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible. So you're going to explain, Miss Meta, or you have a voiceover over it? I really appreciate the members who are not about regarding this background. Still, you people have tried. Yeah, you can, Miss Meta, you can guide Mr. Chaitanya how to go into your Meta farmers, because they have created their own avatar. So I think they are getting some limitation over there. You can guide them as you know how your pharmacy looks or where they have to get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you share the music? Actually, there is a music. Okay, this is the entrance of WonderRx platform. When we enter in the WonderRx platform, we can see different backgrounds with pharmacy related, which is fascinating to kids. Then we can enter in the first portal, which is in the blue sphere.
Chaitanya, please get into it.
Actually, there is a portal in that blue thing.
Is this the blue
Uh,
circle is your portal?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share. Just a sec.
The other team members, kindly in the pre-hand, you can check your technical things so that it would be easier to present during the session. So you have 2 more minutes, Miss Meta. So kindly present it earliest for your scene.
Okay. Is my screen visible? Hello? Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So this is the entrance, and when we move around, this is my second portal. This is called Creative Art Expo. Sainath, I also have Bezel and Imagica. Should I share now?
Yeah, if it is you're getting problem with ATXR, you can share it. As Arun have suggested, if you're facing technical issues, you can record the screen and you can showcase it, right? So other members can follow the same. Yeah, if you are facing issue with ATXR, you can
Yeah.
show the other assets, whatever you created
Okay.
through using
Okay.
these technical things. Yeah.
Okay.
So ATXR and Ozone, these are the two platforms our participants have used to showcase their scenes or their ideas as how they want to prepare.
Okay. This is my. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and
Okay.
visible. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. This is my Wonder RX Imagica. This is about a 5-month-old female patient called Abid, and we have different activities like um, patient counseling and different medication, and we also provided different YouTube counseling points in this. This is my Imagica, and we also have provided all the details about Wonder RX, about the breastfeeding sanctuary, about creative art therapy, and all that. Then I would like to share. This is my Bezel. This is my Bezel, and it is about for a kid who has allergic rhinitis, cough, and asthma. So this kid has to take blood test, vaccination, do child development review, and we have based on that we give the prescription, and it is a child body measurement. So this is my Bezel. Then
Miss Meta, have you done with your still anything is there to present for your scene?
yes, yes. Okay. And now this is the DAO I created. Wonder RX DAO is a metaverse pharmacy.
So you can explain how these things will be helpful for your pharmacy store. You have created, right? As because of technical things, it is being not able to present. So you explain how your pharmacy can utilize these skills to the benefit of the pediatric care. As you mentioned, superheroes and all, right? So you can explain
Yeah.
how these ATEX are and how Bezel and how you have DAO token. So how these can correlate so that it will be easy for judges also. Yeah, you can explain. because as you are unable to present it, you can explain, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. When I enter in the blue sphere, we have the Bezel where the patient get their medication and the idea of the pharmacy, and we can use this the token as their coin to utilize in pharmacy. Then we have uh, Imagica, where we provide all the information about the Metaverse pharmacy. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, good. Still anything is there to mention?
Bezel, DAO, Imagica, 3.
No.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. And if possible, by the competition ends, you can record a video and be ready so that we can share it to the judges, because you have kept your efforts and 10 days time to create all these scenes, right? So you can create a video, you can share, like you can record on yourself and you can be ready with the video at then so that we can share. It would be easy for the judges. Okay. So thank you, Miss Aisha. And
Thank you.
I request our judges to give 30 seconds feedback, like what you're feeling about the idea. So we can go first with Abhishek, sir. If you're ready, you can share your feedback for 30 seconds.
Sure. Thank you for this interesting presentation and idea. I think the idea is quite good. But what I feel in 30 seconds, maybe you were not, this was the first time when you're trying to present, but try to explain the idea even better. I mean, it is really a good idea, but it has to be presented and packaged well. So that's my quick feedback to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. ALEKH JOHARI, sir, to please give your feedback.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I think I'll concur with what Abhishek mentioned. And in addition, I think you're trying to do too many things. You created a DAO and then you have scenes. Plus, there's no clarity on what is the target audience, right? You said in one point that the target audience is 6 to 12 years old, right? And then you have a section about breastfeeding. I think that they don't go really well with each other, right? Purely because I have 2 kids, so I know, at what age it starts and what age it ends. So presentation needs to be really, really spot on. And technical challenges happen, we can have a look at the video. But other than that, I think all the best. Good idea, though. Very good idea.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, next, Jane Thomason, please give your feedback.
Yes, thank you very much. Look, I used to run a pediatric hospital, and I think that this is an excellent idea. I do agree with the other judges. You've got too much on there. I would be asking you to think about focusing on the parents and the children, because they're the ones that you want to educate and get the compliance from. And then think through about how, from turning up at the pharmacy, you make it easy for them to have these virtual experiences. And indeed, you might be looking at augmented reality using tablets to be more practical. So just think through some of those practical ideas and get some better focus. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So next we have Mr. Eddie AVIL.
Yeah, hi Aisha. So congratulations to you and your team. I think you guys have put out something very decent for a short point of time, and with the limited resources that you have, because I think when you're building out specifically something in the space of Metaverse or Web3, you need a big team. And for students, I think kudos to you guys in the team. But I completely agree with the rest of the judges. I think you need to just keep it a little bit simple. Don't try to complicate or look for a solution of a technology. The problem, I think, is very cool. It is a genuine problem, like you mentioned about children having a fear of hospitals and injections and so on and so forth. That's a genuine problem. Try to concentrate on that and try to find an easier solution, what that solution could be. So if you're looking for a metaverse, or it's a web experience, which it's a HMD solution, you need to kind of pinpoint what is that, because each of those comes with its challenges. I mean, if it's an HMD solution, you'll have to provide the hospitals or this thing with the HMDs, and they're at this point of time costly. So I mean, look at it very holistically. But I think overall, it's a very cool thing. it's a genuine problem, and I think Metaverse could be a huge solution for pediatric this thing. So yeah, kudos to you and your team.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback. So next we have Mr. Rajvaidya, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
the idea is very good. It's very important to educate children as well as parents. To this concept, you can very well go into that. It's just that for a beginners, that as other judges have said, there are too many ideas. Maybe you can split on that. And also the technical aspects, when we actually see the video, you could grasp it better. Overall, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we have Mr. SARVAGY. Sir, can you please provide your feedback?
Yeah. So the problem is really good, but I think there's a lack of clarity of the solution part. But after watching the video, like it will give us like more clarity. So yeah, the rest is really good.
Yeah, thank
But
you,
the
sir.
presentation can be like improved.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback. So now I would like to request Mr. Ritesh Jain, sir, who is a founding member from World Metaverse Council, to present his views or feedback for this presentation. Yeah.
Thank you. Well done, team. As my fellows have echoed, and I would say focus on the core competencies, specifically because there are too many things going around in the presentation, and it could be quite confusing as well. So I would say focus on the core competencies, focus on market validation, and look into the segmentation as well in terms of who are your customers, your audience, the diverse audience, and narrowing down that to the target market to a specific niche. Probably that would be really helpful. Because if you are too broad, then it would be difficult for you as a startup to focus on, because everything takes a resource allocation of scalability, right? And that would become challenging part for you as well as for your anybody who's coming for the investment as well. So you need to think from the scalability and sustainability perspective. You need to think from your potential partners and the collaboration. So that again, first thing foremost is focus on the core competency and your user base, and get customer feedback as soon as possible. So market validation is the key over here. That's what I would say. But overall, it's pretty good concept, great presentation. Could be better, and yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. And among all of the teams, like she's the only like single person. We asked why you haven't selected the team among her. She said, I want to be a solo entrepreneur. So that's where she alone prepared all this. So Aisha, you can create a video and come forward so that the judges could watch it later during this time. Yeah, thank you all the judges for your valuable feedbacks. So
Thank
I
you.
request all the judges to allot the marks in the judging sheet for the next 10 seconds. Miss Aisha, you want to share anything? You want to? For the next 10 seconds, if you want to say anything, you can go ahead. Or else the next team, Mr. Kirsch, please be ready.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question here. So there's a point which requires us to mark on resource utilization. So can you give an
Yeah.
idea about what resources were made available to them, and what they could come out with?
Yeah, like the scenes these people have created, generally 8XR or Ozone. These are the two platforms to showcase their scene. So that's where the utility of resources we have mentioned, Bezel, Imagica AI, and the presentation. Along with that, what the efforts they have put forward by showcasing the resources to showcase their scene, their idea exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are 5 judging criterias. So one is about their idea, reality of idea, how their idea is going to suit for this society, like problem solving. And next is the presentation, pitch presentation, how they are going presenting. And the third thing is regarding the utility of resources. And there are other 2 criterias, I guess. So if you face any issues regarding the understanding about that, please let us know. I think it's clear, right? The 5 judging criterias.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. So next team, Mr. Akash.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Kindly make him as co-host. You are going to present, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mr. Mohit, kindly make co-host for Akash. In the meantime, you can start your introduction, Mr. Akash. Yeah.
Yes, so my team is Pharma Focus, and we want to create our first Metaverse journal for a pharma and many other industry like IT, engineering, etc. So for that, we initially creating our paper. So it's patient-centric, centricity is a challenge or opportunity. SLR is a systemic literature review of Indian pharma industry. So Karsh, myself, and Himani is an M.Pharm student which help in this research work, and Jainil is from IT, so he's helping in our R studio for biblioshiny data analysis, and Vatsal is from BPharm only, so he is guiding us for making technical parts. So we want to make one library. So we are not currently we are not ready with 8XR, but we want to make one library. So in that we can find a different topic where we can go and study on that. We can also do research like prisma analysis, scopus file, etc. So I'm to moving on to the next part. So yeah, in that we can do select your study title. After that, you can generate your research question. After that, you can do prisma analysis and you can filterize your journal and papers according to your need. After that, you can future and discuss. You can ready along with you. After that, you can make your conceptual framework. And after that, I can also show you. Right, again. TCCM framework and the 5W and Edge framework for your research purpose. And after that, TNP implications, therapeutic and so our purpose is patient-centric has emerged as a key idea in healthcare with the goal of designing products and service around the patient wants and the preference in order to improve their health and satisfaction. So our key finding is to study that the leading pharmaceutical firms overwhelmingly follow the patient-centric via support access programs as primary method of implementing patient-centric strategies. So by this, we want to value addition in the industry is systematically examine the activity of leading pharmaceutical firms for the adoption and the implementation of patient-centric strategies in comprehensive fashion. And the application is personalized medicine, patient engagement, collaborative healthcare delivery, patient education, patient-centric drug delivery development, etc. So for our primary research paper, our research question is to study prevailing practices of consumerism in Indian pharma industry with a special reference to patient-centric practices. And second question is to study the role of patient-centric practices in changing their perspective towards the consumption of branded and generic drugs in India. Third question is to study where technique necessary to promote the implement patient centricity in the pharmaceutical industry. So for that we did prisma analysis. In that we got a 13265 articles from the Scopus is our database engine. From that we get 13265 articles. Out of that we find the 1358 duplicates article and we narrow down to 11,907 papers. After that, we found that 2856 papers are not in English, in Chinese language, Japanese, etc. And at the end, we filter many ways and we finally selected 96 papers for our primary research work. So in the finding and discussion, we found patient-centric is done in the time span of 2002 to 2023. There is 96 documents we selected and annual growth rate is 9.71%. And in this, 419 authors provided their papers in this segment. And international co-authorship is 30.21%. and the total reference is 4725. So this study we done from the BiblioShiny data analysis, which is run on the RStudio. So this is annual scientific production by the year, and you can find the most relevant source is the Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences, which provide the most relevant articles for patient centricity and patient centric care. And this is the different authors which provided their research articles in this segment. So corresponding author countries like SAP is a interstate and MCM is a multi-country partnership. So in the US is far away for SAP, and where you can see India is very far for MCP. So country scientific production, in that you can see USA has 142 paper, India is also leading with 52 papers, and many other countries with their papers. So this is a world cloud. So you can see there is a for human and patient care 42 and 43 and 24 respective frequency for world cloud. Also we did according to time span our world cloud. So you can see the shift of main elements which frequency is high. As you can see here, healthcare data is initially very high. After that, AI is come in leading role. After that, patient-centric care and patient-centric care opportunity is now currently in leading role. So this is pre-map. In the paper, you can see human patient-centric care, United States and many other tags and words use how many percentage and how many times. So topic trend, according to you can see healthcare and is in trend after the year 2019 to 21. Accordingly, you can see for AI, internet, IoT, human patient-centric care, medical informatics, and many more. So problem analysis with 5W and 1H. 5W is the what, where, when, and 1H is for how. So you can see in our basic paperwork where we select many questions and making their data, and after later on we can introduce these things in our 8XR platform. So this is our what, where, why, when, who, how, different questions, and we will figure out this question with 8XR platform by introducing various analytical tools. So this is our conceptual framework where the moderating factor is AI and AI tools, patient compliance and acceptance and contribution, and controlling factor is disease severity, adoption and acceptance. Demographics are our controlling factor, where our independent factors are product development, clinical trial, formulation, dosage form, different techniques and strategies, and e-health as well. And dependent factor is patient satisfaction and healthcare outcome. And mediating factor is patient empowerment and orphan drugs and medication adherence. So theoretical and practical implication, also called as T and P implications. So in the theoretical implications, we want to introduce patient empowerment, recognition of patient heterogeneity, importance of patient reported outcomes, importance of patient feedback and value based on healthcare. And for the practical implications, personalized medicine, patient-centric drug development, patient-centric policy making, patient engagement technology, and collaborative healthcare delivery. Thank you.
So, Mr. Karsh, there is no scene, right, for you? This is the only presentation you have, right?
Yes, we just created avatar for our project, and currently we are in a very initial stage of 8XR.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, next I would requesting our judge can go ahead. Like Mr. Ritesh Jain, sir, if you're ready, you can give your feedback.
So thank you. What I'm trying to understand, because it is more the data analytics, it is more the data oriented solution that I'm looking at, right? And I'm trying to figure out that what is the application in the metaverse and how it is going to add value to the customer. So could you please elaborate in brief that who are your audience and
Yes, sir. So,
value proposition and who are your potential customers?
so sir, we want to create one journal in Metaverse where we can people or researcher get help in different analysis like Prisma analysis, PyW and 1H, and finding a or making a conceptual framework as well, and they can publish in Metaverse journal only.
So you're basically trying to solve a problem for the users at the moment to figure out all that information and make that handy, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Exactly.
you are saying, is it not possible with the current AI solutions that we have got, or multiple of them in the market?
So, sir, is it possible? But in you can take some case like engineering case. In that, in paper-based journal, you can't explain a engineering thing in well matter. Or else you can in Metaverse you can give a live demo by like GIF and something. It's more interactive, I feel.
Agreed. Agreed. So basically, you want to create a consolidated journal in Metaverse so that people can interact with it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sounds interesting. It's, I would really like to see that in making, because I see there are quite a lot of challenges related to it. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would be requesting, yeah, you can go ahead, sir. ALEKH JOHARI.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Karsh, apart from the points which Ritesh has mentioned, so it's not very evident from the presentation who is the end user for the product. And I'm still trying to put my head around, how would Metaverse be helpful? I mean, are we trying to use Metaverse? I think, for a solution which it doesn't fit, it might just overcomplicate, right? What I understood was that it was primarily a knowledge sharing platform that you're trying to build, right? Where people can go and see. And as a consumer, I'm not sure how much knowledge I would want, to talk about a medicine or something else, until unless, there's a particular disease I want to research on. So I think you might have to figure that out. Once, obviously, we have not seen how the demo looks. And there's one point I want to really add is, how you present. You might be doing a fantastic work, with an example. So suppose you're building a Ferrari, right? You want to come and present a Ferrari. So if you talk about, how the engine is and how how the nuts are bolted, what thickness is the tire, the fastest way to demo a Ferrari would be come, sit, rev it up a little bit, turn on the engine and just use it, in 3 minutes time as well. So that's something that you should polish, going forward as well, and see how the presentation needs to be very, very crisp. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback. Yeah, next I would be requesting Mr. ABHISHEK, sir. You can give your fast feedback so that we can move ahead.
Sure. Thank you for this, Karsh. I completely agree with ALEKH's feedback. Irrespective of how good your project is, how good your product is, you need to present it in a format which is understandable for people who are not from your core domain. For example, I am not from pharma. How do you explain that? I mean, just to give you a good analogy, look at YouTube. I mean, just that thumbnail is something which makes you click something. So think on that if you're talking to an investor, if you're presenting a pitch deck, your 30 seconds should be something in which I should get hooked. So try to improve on that part, and I'm sure you will go places from it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And I request next Mr. Eddie AVIL, sir, to please share your feedback.
Yeah, Karsh, I mean, we wish you the very best, but I'm so very sorry. I completely zoned out, because with no disrespect, I mean, is it that, I mean, so entrepreneurs are also storytellers, so you need to kind of weave a story around. So I kind of completely missed it, but all the best.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would be requesting Ms. Jane Thomason, please.
Yes, look, thank you very much. And I do have a healthcare background, so I totally understand what you're doing. But I also feel that you stop short of helping us understand how all of this work you're doing is going to create improved precision medicine, help the customers, help the doctors, and how the technology is going to bring all that AI-enabled data analytics into something real that's going to fit in a pharmacy or a hospital setting. So I think what you've done is terrific, but for this kind of hackathon, you needed to move further into the technology and its applications. But your ideas are great, but you just didn't go far enough this time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, next I would be requesting Mr. Rajvaidya sir to provide your feedback.
Yes, it's an interesting attempt, but as others suggested, we also need to get more clarity, maybe a little more crisp, so that we can get the end result in a quick screen. Maybe if you make a presentation, technological one, maybe you could understand a little more better.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. SARVAGY SHAH sir to provide his feedback.
Thank you so much, Karsh. The idea is really good, but how you are executing that also all matters. So with the data and the simulations, so definitely you are making. So what I understood is like you are trying to make a platform for where like researchers can meet and they can experiment as a research paper and everything. So I think if you add the simulation part, I don't know, but yeah, you can explore that part.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think we have covered all the judges. So thank you, Karsh, for pitching your idea. So I think the feedbacks, whatever you have got from these extreme like panel members, kindly follow it and use it for your project. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, jury.
Yeah. So next, the team who is ready can come forward.
Yeah, it's the team Farmgram.
Yeah.
Akansha, I would like for you to.
Yeah. Can you get the access for screen sharing, please?
Yeah.
Can I get the access?
Yes, 1 second. So we have to give screen sharing access to Akanksha K.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Mohit, kindly give access to Akanksha K. Team Pharma Gram Akanksha as a co-host. Done. Yeah, thank you. All the best. You can go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay. Firstly, I would like to thank IPA-SF for giving us this opportunity to present our idea related to the Metaverse Hackathon. Good afternoon, respected IPA-SF members and all the participants here. I'm Hana Mariam Khan, and I'll be taking you through this presentation on behalf of my team members, Team Farmgram. We are PharmD 4th year students, and we are here to showcase our concept of Farmgram Meta Pharmacy. So to start with, first, when we generally go to a pharmacy, there are some drugs which we can take with a prescription, where it is necessary for us to provide a prescription. Those are the prescription drugs. And then there are other category of drugs where it is not necessary to provide the prescription. And those are the OTC medications, also known as the over-the-counter medications. So in the recent years, we have seen increased sale of about 1.8 billion total revenue generated in the Indian pharmacy market itself from only OTC medications, with an annual growth rate of about 10.7%. So this easy accessibility and availability to the OTC medications has led to the abuse, which was identified in many countries. So this misuse and abuse of OTC medications, they have many problems. It can lead to harmful effects and adverse effects. So the main objective of our concept of meta pharmacy is to minimize these OTC related exploitation like misuse, abuse, and dosage errors. So the OTC consumption, most commonly abused OTC medications are the vitamins, antacids, laxative, cold remedies, and many more. Laxative, for example, laxatives, we have seen it is generally abused in the case of people with eating disorders. They take laxatives to decrease their weight. So it's one of the example, and they are easily available wherever you go. And many people just overdose on painkillers like paracetamol. So these all things can lead to renal toxicities and other things. So lack of awareness among people also is a major factor. Harmful effects to these OTC medications are physical and psychological dependencies, seizures, liver and kidney damage, risk of heart attack and stroke. And because many people do not read the label properly, about only 16% of people read the label on the product. It's also a major factor for the accidental overdosing of OTC medications, which can be very harmful for them. So to tackle all these issues, we have come up with a concept of establishment of meta pharmacy, our PharmGram meta pharmacy, which has a unique aspect that it provides a referral code unique to that person, and then that code gives information about the patient's medical condition, past and the current medicines, with the dosage, frequency, and the indication. So the code will be accessible by all the pharmacies, and the pharmacist can go through the record of the OTC medication, and therefore the pharmacist can make necessary suggestions while dispensing the OTC medications to the patient. So in this way, our concept can help minimize these OTC related medication exploitation, because it's very common nowadays and easily available to the people to overdose or abuse. Especially teenagers have an increased rate of abuse because it's easily accessible to them. So it can lead to dependencies and death in fatal conditions. So this platform will help them by giving information about the medicines, ADRs, adverse drug reactions, the toxic dose, lethal dose, and also patient counseling regarding the medications or the medical diagnosis. This is about the meta pharmacy that we have created, and I will pass on to Akanksha now to take you through the PharmGram meta pharmacy that we have created. Thank you.
Thank you, Hana. Yeah, over to me. So I'll just share my screen again. So yeah, this is our meta pharmacy. We have, hope it is visible and I'm audible.
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you. So this is our pharmacy. We have called it as PharmGram pharmacy. So as you enter this pharmacy, you have an AI assisting you. Just give me a second. I will enable the share sound option. Yeah.
When you're sharing the screen, you have to click on share the sound. Have you clicked on it?
Yes, I have done it. Yeah.
Then I hope you will be, once check the volume. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Hope it is audible now.
No.
It's not audible.
Do you have earphones or headphones connected, either wired or Bluetooth?
Yes.
Then it's going there. So you'll have to disconnect it, then it'll work.
Okay, thank you. 1 minute. Yeah, just.
Please enter your code here. Welcome to PharmGram pharmacy.
Hope it's audible now.
Yeah, just raise the volume a little bit if it's possible, but otherwise it's okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you. So as you enter, our AI will assist you. So as we have already told that we will be providing a unique referral code to each and every patient who is coming into the pharmacy. So they have to enter the details here and it will be saved. This code will help us get access to their patient history, medical history. So if in case they forget their prescription, near the doctor, they can use this e-prescription in the place. So the left, let me take you through a tour. So as you know that ADRs related to OTC are, there are a lot of ADRs we encounter. And not only to OTC related drugs, but also prescription related. So here's a ADR reporting form. If you just click it, the portal will open to the form where you can report an ADR of any drug, or drug interactions, or any interactions you are encountering. So if you just go further, we have information relating to some medications which will be beneficial for the understanding of the patients, for better management of their medicines and taking their medications rationally. So as you can see here, we have a pharmacist, AI pharmacist, assessing our patient and helping them out. If we go further, towards the right side, we can see that there are tips. There is one section dedicated only for OTC drugs. So these are tips on proper use of OTC drugs. So let's go into this. Till the portal opens, I'll just let you know this is a section dedicated only to the OTC drugs. It has information for the patients regarding the proper use of OTC drugs. These are all the suggestions, and there are also videos which can help the patients for better understanding. So this is one video related to the proper use of medication. And as it is necessary to check the label before we use the medication. So here you go. So just to give it a brief, I have shown you the video. So coming back to the meta pharmacy, there is one more section which we have dedicated for information. We have called it information section, where if the patient wants to access any other information related to drug or pill identification or the latest research or herbal OTC and other drugs, they can just click on this or just go into this portal and it'll open you, it'll take you to a website. Right now, we haven't gotten our website, but one is sure. So in this website, they can search drug interactions, pill identifiers, and they can also search for the latest research and many other things. So this was about a pharmacy, meta pharmacy. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Pharmagram team. Now I would like to request our judges to provide their fast feedback. Yeah, Mr. ALEKH JOHARI, sir, you can go ahead.
Yeah, sure. First of all, good presentation and good work that you've done. It seems much more relatable, you know, what you try to build. So thank you for that. A couple of quick questions. How can Metaverse, you know, stop anyone from taking a medicine? You brought about a very, you know, you highlighted a challenge about people taking OTC drugs, which are freely available. Right. So how would Metaverse, you know, what you've put together as a concept, help stop that? One. And second question is, you're saying that, you know, one referral code accessible with all the pharmacies across, say, India, for example. How are you handling the data, you know, because this is a very sensitive data for people. So how do you engage and why do you think people would be ready to share that? And one last suggestion for the metaverse: put directions, because you have a huge space. Put directions. Which way you can check what. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Next,
I
Ritesh.
would like to answer the question which Ritesh sir has asked. So the main thing, why should people choose our meta pharmacy? So the main thing about OTC prescription drugs is that people don't usually see the labels, and they usually avoid seeing the labels. So the main thing which we can tackle it with is patient education. So that is the main thing we are providing in our meta pharmacy, sir.
Okay, so you expecting that people who are lazy to see the data when with the, say, a bottle which they have in their hand, and they would go to the metaverse. I think there's a little more that you need to think. Why would people come to this pharmacy?
So this is a basic model which we have created due to the time constraint. But sure, we'll be adding more data to it, more applications where we'll make it interactive and we'll make it entertaining also for the audience to engage.
Sure. Sounds good. Good work though. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ritesh, then sir, you can go ahead.
Thank you. And ALEKH has raised a very valid question. And it's a question about the willingness of the consumers. And who are your potential consumers? Because entry barrier for the metaverse is significantly higher as of now. Right? If we talk about 5-10 years down the line, we can understand. But if we are talking about today, if you look into the OTC abuse, that is significantly higher across the regions. More so in a slightly less regulated or relaxed regulated jurisdiction like Asia, Africa, and few other countries. If you go into the UK, European, and US market, it's slightly lesser. But how you're going to bring customers? So it is what I find this overall use case, excellent presentation, excellent work, but I still find a gap in terms of the real use case. Now, not how you can bring consumers to this. So probably you need to think more about the use case, product validation, the market validation, and your potential customer base. That would be key. But excellent work in the time with the time constraints. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Abhishek, sir, can give your fast feedback.
Sure. I think really a good presentation, good idea, scalable idea. However, two feedback. One is I'm sure that you might be knowing that sharing up this all your health information publicly is not available in a lot of countries. So there are GDPR restrictions to it. So that you need to maintain, and you need to mention it somewhere explicitly in your presentation that you will be following GDPR rules. Second is, which is a question which you might can think over and then come back to me later as well, is how do your dependencies is a lot on a particular metaverse, and it will need a lot of money to get people to create awareness about your product. You will not get organic footfall. So what is the solution for that? Because what I think from an investment perspective is that it has a huge marketing cost. So think on these 2 pointers, and maybe you guys can get back to me later on these answers.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Eddie AVIL, sir, to please go ahead.
Yeah, Akansha, Hana, and team, I think very good work when it comes to what you've done with the resources. You built out a pretty decent looking platform, all cool, but frankly no link between metaverse and the problem solution. You don't need the metaverse at all. So I would advise, look at which metaverses are actually revenue generating businesses at this point in time, and do you actually need metaverse for this? So frankly speaking, I personally, I don't feel that your problem has anything got to do with the metaverse tech stack. So that's my thing. But I thought what you guys have used with the utility for the resources for building the platform or whatever that you have done, that's cool. Yeah, all the best.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Next, I would request Mr. Raj Vaidya, sir.
Yes. Good presentation, good ideas. I think maybe your focus should be on OTC and the side effects that you are talking about. So those could be focused in those presentations. If you look at India centric, on the labels there is hardly anything written, especially in India. Maybe in India that could be an way of projecting. So nothing is there on the labels in India. So maybe that can be utilized over there. And the code sharing is a little difficult. Otherwise, it's good. Maybe you can refine the ideas and it could be a good product.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would request Jane Thomason, ma'am, to please share your feedback if you are available. Okay, I think ma'am will be joining later, but she will be allotting marks later by watching the recording. So next we have Mr. SARVAGY SHAH. Sir, can you please provide your feedback? Hello. Yeah. Mr. SARVAGY SHAH.
Hello.
You can. Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, great. So I have like bit confused about the solution. So the solution is for creating the awareness and or just tracking the data of the patient and give the proper awareness about the medication. So I'm just a bit confused. So I think this both things are different, creating the awareness about the different medicine and provide the awareness like what issues that you have. So I just have this small question, just small clarification from the team.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Next, I think all the judges have done. If I have missed anyone, please let me know. Okay. Akanksha, do you want to share anything? You can.
Yes, actually, we have one problem, but I think it is a major problem. In India, we are facing this, and the referral code, we are using it for the patient is only accessible by the pharmacist after the patient gives it to him himself. And the referral code will not reveal all the data, but the patient history of medication. So whenever the patient goes to the pharmacy, if he's purchasing some drugs, prescription or OTC drugs, then he can see if there are some drug interactions. So the pharmacist can let the patient know that there is some drug interaction, and he can suggest him to choose some other drug or go with some other formulation.
Okay. Thank you, Akanksha, for your creative and your efforts, and kudos to your team. Yeah, thank you. So next team, Pharma. It's Pharma Square, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pharma Square, like who is going to present? Have you got the co-host access? Mr. Mohit Manchanda, kindly give host access to Pharma Square. Vamsi. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Done, Bhaiya. Yes, you can give me hosting controls. Okay. Mohit, you can give me hosting controls. I'll be taking care of allotting hosting. Yeah, Mr. Vamsi, you can go ahead. All the best.
Good morning and good afternoon, all. The esteemed guest, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and visible. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm Susanna Rachel from Team Pharma Square. My team members are Vamsi Krishna, Pavani, and Rohita. Here we are with an idea called Metaclinical Pharmacy Centers, where a computer and VR output devices are arranged in every villages at Gram Panchayat, and clinical pharmacist is also recruited in this in their respective districts to give extended information to the patients according to their conditions. So basically in India, not majority of the patients have complete understanding about drug administration and precautions needed to be taken for all medical and drug categories. Also to pharmacists, answering all the individual queries and to reiterate them may be burdensome. So using artificial intelligence, this can be minimized. So things patient can come see on the next. And next. Things patient can acquire help through AI or ADR management, patient counseling, personalized care, disease counseling, health promotion, drug information, responding to minor ailments, etc. Second slide on AI in patient ADR management. Sorry. Yes. So AI could provide ADR, all the adverse drug reactions, which patient need to know. So, like about their drug interactions and all the drug indication without drugs for such ADRs. For example, methotrexate causes folate deficiency, so which can be prevented by taking folic acid medications. So this will be advised to the patient according to the information given by the patient. Next. Next now. AI and patient counseling. Yeah. So the most significant challenge faced by these healthcare professionals, that is all the clinical pharmacists and hospital pharmacists in their limited time, is to spend time with each patient. So this can be helpful. So by using AI, this can be helpful. So patient can receive good counseling through these virtual reality devices, and also for the extended information. So patient can connect to the pharmacist and he can get the information what he needs according to his all conditions like comorbidities and etc. Next. AI in personalized care. Personal care is very important to every person. So personalized care is helpful in to preventing many diseases like insomnia, depression, etc. So AI can provide all the precautions and it can suggest to take care of in everything, like to prevent insomnia and all the sleep hygiene instructions can be given. And next. Disease counseling. So AI also can provide disease counseling according to the patient's disease. So he can get the emotional support too by this AI. Next. AI in health promotion. So offering targeted and personalized health advice based on personal risk profile and behavior patterns. So patient can promote his health and improve his health by receiving advices from the AI. Yes. Next. AI also can provide all the drug information, that is, if we want to know the dose of the drug and the areas of the drug and all the interactions of the drug and everything. If the patient need to know everything, not just a patient, but if any person need to know, AI can provide it. Next one. Next. AI also can respond to minor ailments if a patient complains of any minor ailments like cold or cough, etc. So AI can provide or suggest medication for such related minor ailments, with including its dose. Next. So I conclude. The main objective for this meta clinical pharmacy centers is to improve quality of life by minimizing the medication errors and by giving information to people about possible precautions to be taken for all the medical and drug categories, because we already know that prevention is better than cure. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Pharma Square would like to thank IPA-SF National Executive Council for 2023 and IPA members for supporting and guiding us. Thank you.
Thank you, Pharma Square. Do you want to share your screen for presenting your scene?
Yes, sir.
Kindly go ahead, as we are having time constraints, so we have to speed up.
Can I audible?
Yes, you are audible. I think there is no sound, right?
Okay.
I mean, is there any sound in your scene?
Yes, there is. There's, I think, some
music.
environmental, sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No sound signer. Pavani will explain.
Yeah, that's what. You have some BGM, background music. You can go ahead. Explain fast, okay?
Okay. This is A in Metaclinical Pharmacy Center. Metaclinical Pharmacy Center. This is arranged in every village as Gram Panchayat, where the computer system is provided. Here, the devices includes our virtual output devices, which includes smart glasses, VR headsets with internet access. So, whenever patient or any person came up with any question, bot replies to their queries by connecting with executives. For extra information, patient can connect with community pharmacy centers where he can provide patient counseling, drug information by knowing the patient's overall condition. Here, the patient will be executed. Our main objective is drug abuse will be decreased. Here, the patient queries are answered by the local pharmacist. Here, the pharmacist employment year is created. Here, the patient is counseled by his local language. So, the pharmacist employment is also created. Thank you.
Yeah. Have you done your showcase? Yeah. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Pharma Square. Yeah. Thank you. I request. Yeah, Alexa, you can go ahead.
Sure. Somebody else wants to go ahead. I think it seems that I'm the first one always. But yeah. So first, I think from a presentation point of view, the idea is fantastic. It's a very good thing that you're trying to put devices in the local areas of the country, tier 2, tier 3 cities. But initially, from the presentation point of view, it seemed like that it was more about an AI presentation than a metaverse. So that's something that you need to look at, how it can be done. And how, is AI sharing this information that, you mentioned that AI can talk about the possible side effects of certain medicines. How is it actually enabling the patient to not take it is something that I could not really, gather from this presentation. So that's something that you can, point out, or if you have an answer, I'm happy to hear. A couple of tips about the presentation itself. Reduce the number of images that you've put in every slide. It is just the HMD, which is the head mounted device that you put in different shape or form. So it doesn't make sense. And this is then the other next point is a pretty generic for all the ones that I've seen right now, or rather till now, is reduce the text length. Too much text. When you're talking, we can't focus on the text. So either I'm listening to you or I'm focusing on these huge sentences. Try and see, the ideal is that you put in 3 to 4 words per sentence and it should be bulleted point, which you had done. So that's a good point. It helps us understand better, right? And yeah, and then you talked about a couple of points that you're trying to reach is improve quality of life and reduce medication intake. Did not see these 2 points anywhere in either in the presentation or in the metaverse. So how do you highlight, get your message across is very important. But other than that, yeah, very good idea. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And yeah, I want to answer it. The patient get information through AI by fixing some information in the computer, and we will provide the basic information about that drugs and their doses, all the dosages and areas, and the precautions for the related disease. So all that is fixed incorporated into it. And for extended information, like your patient cannot take doses. I mean, for methotrexate is used in cancer and also used in rheumatoid arthritis. So doses are different. So, but to know the correct dose, patient can connect to the pharmacist, and based on his all conditions and comorbidities, he can get more information through the pharmacist. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so you answered yourself. He needs to connect with a pharmacist who can guide him. So why the metaverse is the question. And the other solution could easier be just scan a QR code, get the information, move on. So faster accessibility is something that I haven't seen that, anyone of you talk about. But over to the other judges now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Mr. Eddy, sir, you can go ahead. I think Mr. Ritesh Jain, sir, is not there. So Mr. Rajvaidya, sir. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Good idea. The actual execution part we will have to check up. And maybe there were too many things that you tried to highlight, and that certain things got diluted. Otherwise, I think if you systematically take a few things, that would help. And also the connect between how exactly the patient will get the information. And if he's not able to get, then what next? Maybe that needs to be clarified a little more. Otherwise, very good.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would be requesting Mr. SARVAGY, sir, to provide your feedback.
Yeah, I think there is like missing of like there's a sharp focus. There are like too many problems that like team is like trying to solve. But if they can focus on one thing, that would be great, because I didn't see the like why metaverse is needed to solve this problem. So if team can explain that, or like team can think more about it, that would be great.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mr. Eddy, sir, are you there? Mr. Eddy AVIL. Okay. Yeah, thank you, everyone, all the judges, for your valuable feedback. Thank you, Pharma Square, for our lovely presentation and efforts. So next, I would be requesting next team to come forward. It's Pharma Crusaders. Code Crusaders. Okay. Yes, we are giving you access. So we have given access to Miss Vedavati and Miss Vishnupriya, both of them. So you can come forward, unmute yourself. You can go ahead. All the best. Code Crusaders are there. Hello. Code Crusaders. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you can start introduction. Meanwhile, they'll be start presenting, right? So you can start. So who is going to present? We cannot hear Code Crusaders.
Sir, please can you give access to Stacy instead of Vedavati to share the screen?
To whom we have to give? 1 second.
Stacy, sir. Stacy.
Stacy, okay. I have given co-host to your complete team. So, okay. Start your presentation fast. As we are running short of time, we have given co-host to all your team members. So whoever is going to present, kindly present it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, I would like to welcome everyone to Meta Pregnant Care from Code Crusaders. Yeah. Next slide, Shashi. Yes, we are Team Code Crusaders, comprising of 4 members from pharma background, and we have got up this idea of implementing an metaverse in pregnancy care. Next slide. So coming to our mission and vision, I would like to explain by giving a small introduction on what our objective is. So how the metaverse is enhancing the pregnancy care. So the metaverse can enhance pregnancy care by offering immersive virtual environments where expectant mothers, they can easily access educational resources and support groups and interactive experiences related to the prenatal health. So through virtual simulations, pregnant women, they can practice exercises, learn about nutrition, and explore emotional well-being techniques and promoting a holistic approach to pregnancy care. So our main motto is to make easy accessible to all the pregnant lady present all over the world, whether they are in urban area or rural area, they can easily get access to this and they can download the app and they can go through. So in this present era, it is very difficult to get like to reach out few places soon, like whenever they are having doubt, they can't easily reach out. So to minimize that problems, to rectify those problems through this metaverse, creating an virtual experience, we can get like create an easy access to the pregnant lady through this app, and they can easily know what all their doubts are, what are their nutritional doubts, exercise doubts, or medication doubts. So by this, we have created a presentation now. Next slide. So coming to the contents, we are mainly focusing on 4 portals. So they are NutriPharma, Mommy Mood, Pharma Stretch, and Nari Boat. So coming to the NutriPharma, Here, the app here in this particular portal, it will be explaining or educating the pregnant lady about the healthy food choices which she has to take, which she has to avoid. So each time she can't get access to the doctor, she can't call the doctor and go to the hospital. So instead of that, through this virtual experience, she can easily get understand what are the food she has to take and which food she has to avoid. And coming to the fetal health also, by the advices which are given in this portal, she can also take care of herself, and along with that she can take care of health of the fetal developments also. Next slide. So here we are mainly focusing on the posters which will be displayed in the scenes, and nutritional foods which we have displayed in the scene, where the pregnant lady will be aware of which food she should take and which food she should avoid, and which will actually help in taking a good choice of which food she has to take and which food she has to avoid. Next slide. So there are many precautions which a pregnant lady should take during her pregnancy. And coming to the food which we are mainly focusing into, as like alcohol and carbonated drinks and narcotic agents, which she should avoid, which a few ladies they will be knowing, but few ladies they will not be knowing. So in such case, she can get access through this, and she can know which she has to avoid and which she should not. Next slide. And here we will be talking about which food she has to take while she is pregnant. Like specifically, we'll be talking by showing a pictorial, by using a metaverse, we'll be showing a pictorial representation which she can easily understand, like oatmeal, leafy greens or nuts and all. Next slide. Coming to the next portal, which talks about mommy mood. Here, see, as a pregnant lady, she'll be going through lots of hormonal disturbances, hormonal changes. So she should know if she's sad, if she's happy, how it is affecting her fetal growth. So that is not easily understandable to a pregnant lady by just watching to a YouTube video or by just a person telling. So by creating a meta human or this metaverse virtual experience, we can create an images which will correlate, like a sad pregnant lady is showing us what effect on the fetal growth. So that also we have shown in the next slide. Next slide. Here we have given real images of fetal growth, which are there in our resources. We have got them and we have placed, like if a mother is happy, the fetal growth will be going to be like this. So by this, a mother can easily understand, yes, this is the way my fetus is growing, and that's how she will take care of herself. And coming to the next slide, like the sad mother. So here she can also see if she is sad, how it is going to affect her fetal, like even the baby inside is also sad. So by this, she can easily get a clear picture of understanding how her mood changes are really going to affect the fetal growth. Next slide. So these are some pictures of ultrasonography which we have taken. These images which we will be implementing in the scenes and the metaverse, so that the mother can easily understand how her mood changes are affecting. Next slide. Coming to the next, we are giving an information on pharma stretch also. Here we are talking about which exercises a mother should undergo, or which exercises a mother should not undergo. So this will be a benefit for her, because using this metaverse, a mother can easily understand if she is falling, if she is walking this way, what is that impact, that way of walking will be showing the impact on her fetal growth. So this also we have done using Movella. We have used the Movella software, where it is easily shown how her body structure, how her body movement is affecting her womb, affecting her fetus also. And if at all she is falling, how she should prevent herself from falling. That is also shown in this metaverse through by using Movella, which we have used in our scenes. Next slide. So these are some posters which will explain her, understand which exercises she should go through during her pregnancy. Next slide. So coming to the end of this one, there is a portal called NARI-Bot, where a pregnant lady can ask whatever doubts she's having, which will be guiding her regarding her nutritional, regarding her specifications on medications and over-the-counter drugs which she should avoid. Even about that, it will be explaining. Here in this NARI-Bot, a QR code which we are creating, where she will be scanning, and the entire data which she has gone through all these nutritional, pharma stretch and mommy mood, that will be displayed. So this is how it will help a pregnant lady. By just sitting at home, she can get an virtual experience and she can get easily accessible. Next slide. So if she's having any doubt on the drugs which she should take or no, instead of asking the doctor, she can go through this and she can understand which drugs she should avoid, which will be explained by our NARI-Bot in the scenes. Next slide. So these are few posters which will be helping out a pregnant lady. Next slide.
Miss Veda, already we have done with your time limit. So can you please move ahead? I think you also need to showcase your scene, right?
Yeah, we are
so
done.
you can brief out.
Yeah, so overall, what I would like to explain is, we are mainly for our main focus is to provide a comprehensive and accessible information to a pregnant lady just by sitting at home, easily virtual experience which she gets through this metaverse. And instead of traveling and instead of going each time to hospital, avoiding all those problems, she can just easily access wherever she is from. So I would like Vishnu Priya, my team member, to explain about scenes.
If you have your if you have your slides, go to the last. But I asked to brief out speed. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Still, you have any slides there?
No more slides.
Okay, thank you. Vishnu Priya, you can share your screen fast to showcase your scene. Okay, because we have other participants and judges are waiting, so we have to speed up. So, Miss Vishnu Priya, are you ready?
Yes, I know. Was my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. So you can go ahead.
So here we start with the meta pharmacy, meta pregnancy care. And here we are having a NARI-Bot and the Pharma Square and the Nutri-Pharma and Mommy Mode. The 4 portals which will lead to the 4 distinct thoughts, whatever the pregnant lady had the doubts. And here we had created the QR code, which was from Imagica. And here by this QR code, we'll get all the information what we are using in this AI. And now we can enter into the NARI, the bot. And here through scanning this, so whenever the patient gives an input here or scanning the QR code, the NARI-Bot will help them give the information regarding whatever the doubts they have. And then the pharma stretch. And in here, we'll be getting all the information regarding the exercises, what we should do and what we shouldn't do.
Okay, so done with your scene?
Yes. And here we use Movella where we couldn't put all the avatars for it, and here we can show the pregnant lady that how the correct work and the correct exercise of the squat and how she can prevent the fall whenever she experienced something like she was going to fall. And here the NutriPharma. Due to lack of proper net, the loading of the scene was slow. Sorry for the interruption. And then back to mommy mode, the last port. So
Is
that's
there
the
any
end of
audio here?
that's the end of our presentation of scenes.
Okay, thank you, Vishnupriya, and thank you, Veda, and thank you, Code Crusaders. So next, let's go for quick feedback from the judges. Yeah, Mr. Eddie AVIL, sir, are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah. So nice presentation. I just brief thought is, I got into virtual reality in 2015, and I thought that, I mean, virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality would be the problem for all possible solutions, I mean, and then every year I thought, oh, wow, why is it taking such a long time? And we are in from 2023, and we're still far away from Metaverse becoming mainstream. Idea is nice. The problem is really cool, but I think that this can be really very well achieved in a 2D platform. Yes, I do believe that Metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality is going to be mass adopted, and possibly every industry vertical, be it healthcare, be it education, be it entertainment, is going to adopt it. But I think we're still far away. So this actually works very well for a 2D app. So I don't really know, I mean, if it works at this point in time for a Metaverse. Otherwise, I think a good job.
Thank you.
Sure. So if nobody else is there, I'll go ahead. One question, Team Code Crusader. So all these metaverses that you showcased today, they're all default templates of the platform, or you built them up ground up? And are these images or actual 3D spaces?
These are 3D spaces, sir, which we got from Skybox.
Okay.
We had created those.
Okay, so okay, cool. I think good presentation, and it has a lot of sense as well. And using Movela will definitely help. But that is from a platform perspective, where you can actually capture a lot of data and create those different animations of exercises and stuff like that. Eddie has, brought it out really well, that this is a solution which can be solved in Web 2, but, even in virtual, because pregnant women usually have some time, especially if they're not, if they're home and taking care of themselves and the baby. So they can actually experience it, go and, one potential that you really had, which I did not see that the other preceding platforms could use, was community building, because you could make this metaverse as a platform where other pregnant women can come and form a community, and they can actually help and guide each other within the platform. And then with AI, you can actually bring up information, images, or videos, what they're talking about. So that's a piece that you can actually implement and can work really well within this community, within the idea that you try to build. Otherwise, good presentation. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry. Rajwaidya sir, you can go ahead. I was on mute and I was calling. Sorry.
It's a good idea, good presentation. I think two things. We need to flag up that what precautions need to be taken or where you need to put a stop to that, because pregnancy is a risky thing. Everybody should not be doing certain things. So that flagging of somewhere we'll have to put. The other thing is the variety in the food habits. Maybe for different regions and different food choices, some options could also be given. Well done.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, thank you, Pharma Team Crusaders. I think Sarvagesh sir have left because might be some technical issues. I'm not sure. So yeah, so thank you everyone. We can next Pharma Marvels. Sorry, Familia Marvels. You can make your things ready and you can start introducing yourself.
Thank you, Sainath sir. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to all the jury members and IPA-SF members. This is Venkat Prasad Dasri representing the team Familia Marvels, of team having Sushma Alapati, Rohit Nimala, Roshita Angel Chandoli, and Dasar Dilip Kumar. Today we are here to present the knowing of all the health recording data through capturing of iris. Next slide. Coming to our presentation, iris is an automated method of recognition of biometric identification. This recognition technique is taken for one or both eyes of an individual. This indicate pattern is unique, stable, and have seen from the distance. In this article, we introduce the significance of iris scanning with realm of healthcare and handling health of medical data. Next slide. In recent days, already various countries have started incorporating biometric data, including iris. We already have different government IDs, recognition proofs, and even passports having iris and biometrics. The server means to secure the centralized individual personal information relating to the health. Linkage of healthcare centers to the government ID proofs, which has already access to the biometrics, and we can also incorporate iris to this by having health data in the servers. We can access to this. Next slide. Our main aim is to save and help as many as possible. One of our primary advantage of taking iris is it has scanning ability even the person was unconscious. By scanning iris of an individual by a medical practitioner or medical professional can access the health data, all the health data of an individual person, and also having the health insurance data, even if the individual having any insurance claiming, and all the medical records in that scan. So medical professionals can easily access to the data and verify whether the coverage of insurance and the treatment according to the plans. Next slide. Coming to the importance of iris for accurate identification and enhancing the security measures, governments across globe already has incorporated biometrics in their government proofs, and by including the iris in the government servers, this can access iris and fingerprints play a pivotal role in establishing an individual identity. By iris scanning in the ID proofs, and the authority can store and access the crucial information regarding the health records and well-being of a patient and an individual person. Next slide. Capturing and storing. This is an important role in this project. For managing and effective service of the health data, we need to capture and store the health data of an individual person. This process involves in linkaging between the healthcare centers and the government ID proofs using the iris technology. The server collects and stores the personalized information, health insurance details, medical histories, surgery records, and social habits of an individual, which helps further in the treatment or in the scenario of trauma. This information through iris scanning is a valuable resource of for physicians in enabling valuable information and providing a safeguard to the patient. Next slide. Ensuring access. The key advantage of this project is having iris scan. It is the ability of a person to capture when the person is in unconscious state also. This feature proves that the particularly benefit in emergency situations like trauma cases or any accidental cases, whether the person is unconscious. So we can take the iris scan, where immediate access of the patient to the medical history and the health insurance data or regarding to the past surgery and past history data. With iris scan, health professionals can quickly get the information regarding the person, if even in the absence of guardian or the family member nearby. So the health professions and the medical practitioners can get the information very quickly. Next slide. Facilitating necessary care and treatment by linking the health related data and health insurance data in the server or through scanning of iris and biometrics. Medical professionals can deliver the necessary care and suitable treatment for an individual with great accuracy and efficacy. Understanding the patient condition, facilitating better decisions of an individual by getting the data, by getting the access to the data, access to this data. Next slide. Enhancing privacy and security. By having all the data in a server, it's not so we cannot easily forget about the privacy. So it has strict protocols in privacy and security of an iris scan. Advanced safeguard and security measures are taken. These precautions guarantee individual for privacy and protected data storage. This is confidential healthcare data, and no one can easily access to this data. Only a authorized healthcare professional or an authorized healthcare center can only access this data. Next slide. Now for the example explanation, I invite Roshita to explain.
Hello, everyone. For example, let's consider an accident occurred to a person when was on his way to a trip or camping. We all know how bad a car accident can be. It might be a moderate to a serious condition where the patient might lose his consciousness and may be irresponsive to the shock or trauma. Under such conditions, it would be a little hard to get a response or to communicate with the patient, and it would take a long time to gather the information of the patient. And to start the treatment or emergency attention can be given. Maybe some may die without insufficient data. We might even lose the patient. What if we had another way of gathering the data to ensure the patient's safety? When we come to the conclusion, iris scanning revolutionizes the field of biometric identification, offering a highly accurate and efficient method for linking an individual's health-related data. Thank you.
Thank you, Familia. Do you have any scene to be presented or?
Yes, we have a video.
Yes, please go ahead. Can you know who is sharing the video?
Rohit is sharing, sir.
Yeah. Rohit, please go ahead. Go fast. Please share it fast. Next, the Amigos team, please be ready. The Amigos. Familia Marvels, we are waiting for your video. Can share the screen. Still, we are unable to see it. Familia Marvels. Mr. Rohit. If Mr. Rohit is unable to present, can someone present from your end? Yeah, please unmute yourself and let us know. Is there any technical issues are happening so that it can help us to understand the situation and go ahead. Familia Marvels.
A few minutes.
See, if you're facing an issue, can share in Discord. I'll present it here from my end, okay? But just let's go ahead. If you're facing an issue, share that video in Discord channel. I'll be presenting at the moment. That's the reason we asked your team to have access to everything so that if any technical issues happen, the other team can take the lead and present. Do you need 30 more seconds to present? Can you please unmute yourself and let us know? I can't hear from anything from Rohit. He's unmuting himself, but I don't know, he's having some issues. Other team members can let them know the situation.
Now, can you please give us 2 minutes more? We will present.
Yeah?
We will present it within 2 minutes.
You're unable to, you share this video with us. You have Discord channel, right? Share the video there. It is in MP4 video format only, na?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, please share it there. I'll be sharing it from my end. Share it fast.
Okay.
Yeah. And other team members, kindly please make sure the things whatever you're doing have access to complete team members. So if you face an issue at the moment, your team can take lead and present it. We do understand the technical difficulties, so that's the reason your team can take lead. Okay. if you can share it early fast in the Discord channel, I'll be presenting. See, one member can try to share here. One member can share in Discord so that whatever comes first, we can do it. Okay. In the meantime, yes. Hello.
Sir, if the jury may ask the questions.
So do you don't want to share the video?
It's enabling, sir.
That's the reason we asked to share me so that we can share it, because the effort you put on should be presented to the jury, right?
They are trying, sir, that.
You can share that video to me. I'll share from my end. In the meantime, yeah, jury members can give your feedback. In the meantime, we'll try to share the video. Okay.
Sure, I will try to share it.
Okay. Mr. Lalitendra, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Kindly share the video to my WhatsApp fast. You have my WhatsApp contact, na? Share me there.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Okay, it's up to your team. Yeah, Mr. ALEKH JOHARI sir, you can go ahead for your feedback. In the meantime, if we get video, we'll be sharing.
Okay. So I think as a solution, it's fine. It's fast. But what is it that can be done with the iris scan and not done with the fingerprint scan? So why the differentiation? That's one.
Sir, if the patient, sir, if the patient met with an accident, if his hands and legs are injured, we can go to the iris option,
sir. Valid point, but the vice versa can also happen, right? I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, but the vice versa can also happen. So did you have any data to, that in these many accident cases, these are the, number of instances where hands cannot be used versus the iris can be used? I mean, just a data validation point would be helpful here. The other is the data sanctity. Like we all know that, Aadhaar in India is tied with the iris as well as the fingerprints, right? So the data handling has to be spot on. I mean, imagine somebody breaking into your database with tons of iris scans, and then imagine what happens. So what parameters are you handling? How are you handling that data? That's going to be very important. And yeah, and I think I'd already shared some points about how to do a better presentation. Maybe you can have a look at that. Concept wise, it's a very good concept. It can give people quick access for information. So that way, the direction is right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your feedback. Yeah. Mr. SARVAGY sir, if you are there, you can provide your feedback.
The concept is really good, but everything is good. Yeah, all the best, team.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. ALEKH JOHARI sir is done. Mr. Eddie AVIL sir, if you are able to give your feedback.
Yeah, so I'm so very sorry, apologize. I mean, I've taken a washroom break, but I heard a little bit about the biometric scan. I think very useful in a day and time, where deepfakes, AI is completely taking over. So iris scan is going to play a big role in the metaverse, in digital identification. I mean, came towards the last part of the presentation, but I think that there's something I think everybody should think about, when you're building a solution. I mean, where's the fit? There is today in the metaverse, I think the largest issue is going to be avatars. And if somewhere there is a thought to be leveraged, there could be a link between using digital avatars, personal identification, which could be safe and secure to biometric, that's a win-win solution, but you need to maybe think more. I mean, but all the best.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Raj Vaidya, sir, to provide your feedback. Yeah.
Good idea. Only data protection has to be looked at carefully. Also, the presentation, the slides are a little too crowded. You could have put bullet points and made it simpler and easier. Rest after the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Our team have shared their video with me. I am sharing from my end.
Recording in progress.
Um, Thank you. Thank you, Familia Marvels, for your video. I think the way presentation you made into the video, great efforts. Thank you for your thing. As judges have suggested you the feedback, you can go ahead. And if any judges want to give quick any words, you can please go ahead. Yeah. Judges, can we go to the next participant, or you want to share anything about this?
Just one point, bring Metaverse in. There's no discussion around Metaverse anywhere. Bring that little, highlight that a little more. That's it. We can go to the next one.
Yeah, thank you. Familia, kindly take the suggestions as per the feedback and do work on your project. This is not the end for your projects, because as these judges are giving you feedback in the near future, you can think on, and also we'll take back to our mentors of IPA-SF. We'll try to organize such kind of hackathon during our conference, which happens in India in a very large manner. So even if we get a permission from our mentor, we can organize there also. So keep a pitch on your ideas and have a constant motivation to your idea. Thank you. So next team, I think it's Team Amigos. Are you people ready?
Yes. Yes, we are ready now.
Okay, 1 second. To whom we have to make we are making co-host to everyone.
Yeah, 1 minute. We have sent you message. Please make.
Team AV Vasanti. Okay.
Yes.
1 second. We are making Team Amigos.
Okay.
If we are make, you can go ahead. Okay. We have made Vasanti as a co-host.
Yes, yes. Good evening to everyone present over here. So today our team have privilege to take part in the competition of Metaverse Hackathon Season 2 with the topic Precision Medicine, the Targeting Future of Healthcare. So let me introduce our team, the Amigos of Sarojini Naidu Vanita Pharmacy Mahavidyalaya College, and the team members Saipriya, Vasanti, Jyoti, and Pujita of B.Pharm first year. So let's start with the topic Precision Medicine. Precision medicine, sometimes known as personalized medicine, is an innovative approach to tailoring disease prevention and treatment that takes into account differences in people's genes, environment, and lifestyles. Although the term precision medicine is relatively new, the concept's been part of healthcare for many years. For example, a person who needs a blood transfusion is not given blood from a randomly selected donor. Instead, the donor's blood type is matched to the recipient to reduce risk of complications. So traditional medicine versus precision medicine. As we can see, traditional medicine has many disadvantages, and the effects also are seen very much. So but the precision medicine, we can see it gives exact, we can give the exact dosage after knowing the exact treatment of it. So let's go to further. How precision medicine is revolutionizing healthcare. Precision medicine is transforming the healthcare industry by providing personalized treatments based on an individual's genetic makeup. By analyzing a patient's DNA, doctors can identify specific mutations and biomarkers that indicate which treatments will be most effective. So let's see the role of genomics and precision medicine. Genomic testing is used to identify genetic mutations and variations that may contribute to a patient's disease or condition. This information is then used to develop targeted therapies that address the underlying cause of problem rather than just treating the symptoms. So the cancer treatment, precision medicine is really very helpful. It's like in the example, drug in imatinib, which is used to treat chronic myeloid leukemia. Before in imatinib, CML had a poor prognosis and required a bone marrow transplant for a chance at survival. But imatinib targets the specific genetic mutation that causes CML, leading to high response rates and improved survival, which means that it inhibits the further growth of cancer cells. That's why, and it gives the prompt treatment. So the benefits are, it can be applied in cancer treatment, pharmacogenomics, infectious disease management, rare disease diagnosis, and personalized nutrition. Next comes the key to precision medicine, the artificial intelligence,
virtual reality, and biodata analysis. By the first comes the AI algorithms that can identify patterns and make predictions that would be impossible for humans to detect. Next comes the VR technology. It can also be used to stimulate the complex medical procedures and allow physicians to practice before performing them on real patients. And then comes the big data analysis. It can help researchers to identify new treatments and therapeutics by analyzing large data sets from clinical trials and other sources. Next comes the challenges and limitations of precision medicine. One of the biggest challenges of facing precision medicine is issue of data privacy. It is important to develop strong safeguards to protect patient privacy and ensure that data is used only for its intended purpose. And another challenge is to access to care. While precision medicine has the potential to revolutionize healthcare, it can also be expensive and difficult to implement on a large scale. It's important to find ways to make personalized treatments to make more affordable and accessible to all patients in need. The final comes the conclusion, the promise of precision medicine. Precision medicine approach can lead to better outcomes, especially in treating rare diseases and cancers. By reducing healthcare costs by avoiding ineffective treatments and minimizing side effects. With the ability to analyze vast amount of genomic data, researchers are discovering new ways to tailor treatments to individual patients based on their unique genetic makeup. In the future, precision medicine may even be able to prevent diseases before they occur by providing targeted interventions. This could lead a significant reduction in healthcare costs and improved patients' outcome. Now we'll present our scene.
Miss Vasanti, you are going to present, right? Yeah, go ahead. So if there is no sound, you can explain from your end and you can. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
A very good afternoon to respected judges and dear participants. Now we, the Amigos team, move on to the next segment, which is scene presentation. The scene we have created is simple but very informative. We welcome you all the judges and dear participants. The topic, precision medicine, a new vision. The precision medicine is used to look into the patient genes, cells, and biomolecules. It is really very effective and treats and prevent the diseases of individual patient. Now we move on to the history of precision medicine. The concept of precision medicine is not only really new. It existed even during the times of Sir William Osler when he said, it is much more important to know what sort of patient disease has than what sort of patient disease a patient has. The concept of precision medicine was actually brought to limelight in 2015 by US President Barack Obama when during his State of the Union address. He said that tonight I'm launching a new precision medicine initiative to bring us closer to curing diseases such as cancer and diabetes. It is also known as the White House. Next, we move on to the tools in which the disease can be known by these tools like artificial intelligence, microbiomics, genomics, proteomics, metabolomics. Next, we move on to the difference. Like we have presented a difference between stratified, traditional, and precision medicine. This stratified medicine divides the patient into the categories like disease subtypes, demographics, socio-economic factors, biomarkers, molecular subpopulation, etc. Then these category patients are given therapy or treatment. In this, patient groups benefits from more targeted treatment. Next, we move on to traditional medicine. Here, the stratified medicine is grouping of patients based on risk of disease or response to therapy by using diagnostics tests or techniques. The traditional medicine. In this traditional medicine, the people are grouped into one category itself, and the people are given one treatment itself, in which few people won't be benefited, few people will benefit, and few people may show adverse effects of the treatment. Next, we move upon the great precision medicine, in which individual patient level, which it will be divided into only individual patient. First, it in individual patient, the will see the lifestyle preferences, health history, medical records, compliances, exogenous factors, etc. So the individual patients will get the separate therapy or treatment. Then each patient will be benefited from the individualized treatments. Next, we move on to a short video, which actually shows what this artificial intelligence or AI tools does in a body. Let's play the video.
It's different. Even in enable the identification of appropriate treatment for that patient and enable decisions. Cares life sciences and comprehensive state of the art. It characterizes the individual patient's cancer and identifying options with improved care as well as treatments to the to receive this collective patient and safety cares. We're testing to perform with an overall success rate of 95%. Carries utilizes multiple advanced technologies to assess the biological models of the cells and double-stranded DNA which stores the genetic instructions. The single strand are Next information.
How many seconds your video has?
Obtaining this large scale provides further opportunities to improve alterations that have artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. This provides transformative insights and identifies unique molecular signatures for cancer cells, which can detect responses to the error. By the world's first application transformative platform and foundations.
Amigos, time.
Sign up, sir.
Every cancer is different.
Sign up, sir.
Yeah, is it completed or still you need a time?
Yes, sir. 1 minute. May I know that was it audible from the video beginning? The audio?
Yeah, it's audible, but what it is showcasing exactly, if you can explain that, that's what I mean. You're using the scene platform to show or to understand precision medicine, right? Or it is
Yes,
some
yes.
solution. Oh, okay, fine. You can go ahead as we are running short of time. If anything is missed, you can just explain. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And our innovative idea to present the topic is, with the precision medicine, we can increase the patient's outcome with the reduce the unnecessary cost and of ineffective treatment, increase the efficacy in medication to specific diseases and to a specific person, and to reduce the toxicity. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Amigos, for your efforts and for your clear presentation. Next, we go for judging panel members. Yeah. Mr. ALEKH JOHARI, sir, you can.
Yeah, sure. So see, I think presentation wise, it was not very crisp. There's too much of information you tried to do. Maybe the topic required so much information to be shared. But that's what, you've, I would say, done a bit of due diligence in terms of how to present it so that it's understood. It's a very important topic, from what I understand. And it's a very helpful idea as well. Again, two questions. How will Metaverse help, in precision healthcare? But I was looking for answers, but I could not really find. I understood, what precision healthcare is, how it is important, how it will benefit anybody, who can have the medicine for any medicine, as per the genome or genomics or as per DNA. But how is Metaverse in the picture? So, if somebody goes to a doctor for a particular medicine, the doctor does some research based on DNA, right? Because DNA is not a simple blood test, if what I understand. So how would Metaverse be helpful here is, I could not really understand that. But otherwise, the way of presenting was fine. It's just that the script needs to be shortened a bit. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I request Mr. Rajvaidya, sir.
Yeah, we could not find a solution to this. What exactly are you getting Metaverse to do for you? This look more like an informative and what precision medicine is about. And again, the presentation could have been bulleted and shortened.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Next, I request Mr. Eddie AVIL, sir, to provide your feedback.
Yeah, I thought the presentation, like Alex said, was a little too overcrowded. But yes, I mean, agreed, precision medicine is the future and is something that we definitely need to look at. And if you guys are concentrating on that area, I think it's kudos to you guys, because that definitely is the future. Because once we have DNA testing kits which can read up our entire genome code, then I guess that's when the precision medicine is going to play in. Again, I mean, maybe the linkage with Metaverse could be eventually when there's digital twins, when we have entire data being scanned, and instead of having these papers, because everything in the prescription, everything still is very paper driven. So eventually everything is going to be on the digital twin, and then maybe possibly that's the role possibly the Metaverse is going to play in. But I think precision medicine is the future. So I think if you guys are concentrating on that area, please pursue that, because that definitely is the future.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next, I request Mr. SARVAGY, sir, to provide your feedback. Hello. Yeah. I think, Mr. SARVAGY, sir, if you are able to provide your feedback, you can. And I request other judges to please allot the marks in the judging sheets. And next team, I think it's Pharma Bot, the last team.
Hello, everyone. So I'll start the presentation.
1 second. You can be ready. Okay. So yeah, I think judges have done from their end. Okay. Still, you need any co-host access to your team members?
No. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
So before starting, hello everyone. I hope everyone's awake and active because I, Kaushal Pawar, will be asking for 2 minutes of your time for our idea Pharma Bot. After which everyone can enjoy their holiday, drink some chai and have some coffee. So good evening everyone. This is Kaushal Pawar from Pune, India. We all have heard Big B say, "Do boon zindagi ke," which have helped curb spread of polio and eradicate it from India. Along with, we have also heard our Prime Minister say, "Dawai bhi, kadai bhi," which also means yes to vaccine, yes to caution. Why is this vaccine awareness so important for Indian government? As we all can see, over 1 lakh deaths annually due to infections, which can be prevented by right vaccine and proper scheduling of them. There are different hurdles Indian care system has to overcome to provide proper information on vaccines and their schedule. Scattered vaccine data of pediatrics possesses more difficulty to the government and healthcare system to know the status of the vaccinated pediatrics and if the pediatrics are having some ADR or side effects due to which they are discontinuing the dose. What would be more helpful to the Indian government system and to India to have their trusted vaccine buddy, Pharma Bot, your trusted vaccine. Our aim being ensuring every child gets the vaccine he deserves. That means all vaccines recommended by Indian pediatrics, example, BCG, OPV, hepatitis B, polio vaccine. There are many more lists that continues that most of the parents don't know till the age of 12. Centralization of vaccine data of pediatrics, which will help easy access to immunization status of pediatrics all over India. As centralization of data will help both parents as well as the healthcare system to gain patient history and to have recommendation of vaccines. I'll just give you an example. If me and my family are traveling from Maharashtra to Rajasthan, the family doctor is not present there in Rajasthan, but having Pharma Bot and gives us the solving the problem of centralized vaccine data and gaining history. Next, we have providing continuous pharmaceutical education. As we all know, pharmacists are the unsung COVID warriors, supporting and providing knowledge of vaccination, clinical practice, therapeutics to the budding pharmacist is Pharma Bot's responsibility. In India, still pharmacists are not considered as vaccinators, but in near future, 1 year down the line, pharmacists will be eligible for vaccination. So our portal is like a big brother who helps our buddy pharmacists to train themselves. So this is the workflow model. I'll wrap it up in a few seconds. So our Pharma Bot generates a unique ID at the time of the birth. This child data, the data of the child is integrated into the blockchain like weight, body mass, where is he born and where is he going to stay. Physicians and health workers can access this data and make appropriate diagnostics. Government and vaccine companies can utilize this data for research and vaccination status in the country. It can also help in phase 4 clinical trials of vaccines. This data may decide the fate of the patient. Thus, centralization of data is vital. Our Pharma Bot also is trained on clinical data of various vaccines and their indication. Therefore, it can recommend vaccines for infections you are at risk for example, on the basis of residential area or on the basis of occupation. It also has the facility to set up appointments and vaccine and immunization. Pharma Bot can also train our pharmacists under continuous pharmacy education program about vaccine counseling, administration, handling. Post-COVID pandemic, Government of India has decided to give permits to pharmacists for the vaccine administration. Here are the gist of what portals we are going to have in our XR scene. So if you can just see it and I can discuss it in the next video. So what's the B plan? Everyone's talking about this and that, but we are here with the B plan. So we are planning a business-to-business model. The market size of AI in healthcare is estimated about 15.1 billion in 2022. That will grow by 37%. Our target audience being clinics, doctors, hospitals, newly graduated doctors who want to set up their own clinics. So I've heard from the judges that why will doctors come and have your program? So I tell you the answer. Whenever there's a new doctor in your town, in your society, or in your surrounding, he has competition. He has other doctors which are well settled and which have their audience settled and trusted audience. Then how should this new doctor come into the game and capture his audience? With the help of Pharma Bot. With this Pharma Bot, we will provide personalized virtual clinic with doctor's face and voice on the avatar, with various clinic specializations and various services that will be provided from your clinic. Next, we have the XR scene, which is composed of 8XR, Imagica, Movella, and CSM. And with every great innovation comes and problem or comes hurdles that we have to overcome. I won't talk about the limitations. I'll give you the solution because that's who am I. That's who I am. So lack of internet infrastructure. You will all be like, okay, no, what if I go to a village and there's no internet? Or what if I go to some hilly area and there's no internet? But you are wrong. There are internet locations because of the great saying, Jio Dhandhanadhan. We have internet everywhere in India that can help us and also India to set up vaccinations and get information on vaccines. Pharma Bot is not taking away jobs of pharmacists or doctors. It is just helping them and giving a backhand of information to the doctors so that we get quality health outcomes. Pharma Bot realizes that data shared by hospital and clinic transparency is very important. This is why we want to overcome this problem by partnering with trustworthy, credible hospitals and clinics which have great cybersecurity. So our vision next, which I haven't talked, it will be linking our database with ABHA. ABHA is a national initiative of Health Ministry. Right now, ABHA does not have information on vaccinations, but has everything related to your medical history uploaded. So if Pharma Bot manages to join hands with ABHA, it will be an A1 solution to India. So right now I'll show you our XR scene where you'll get a clear idea. So please let me know if the audio is coming.
Sure, I'll let you know. You can present. I think there is no audio coming on with it.
Vaxia. This is your virtual vac.
Yes, audio is coming. You can go ahead.
Okay, I'm going ahead.
Welcome to Pharma Bot, your trusted Vaxia. This is your virtual vaccination clinic. Please go left portal to know your vaccine. If you are here for continuous pharmacy education, please move towards right portal. For vaccine recommendation and scheduling vaccination appointment, please find the third portal for it. For reporting any side effects due to vaccination, please move towards fourth portal. Welcome to Pharma Bot, your trusted Vaxia. This is your virtual vaccination clinic. Please go left portal to know your vaccine. If you are here for continuous pharmacy education, please move to patient position. The arm should be fully exposed to locate the deltoid muscle. Tight shirts should be removed, not rolled up, to ensure the vaccine is injected at the correct depth. IM, not SC, and to avoid local reactions and bleeding. If needed, patients should rearrange appointments or wear loose fit, not relying on 2 fingers below the acromion. Thigh inject. Welcome to Pharma Bot, your trusted Vaxia. This is your virtual vaccination clinic. Please go left portal to know your vaccine. If you are here for continuous pharmacy education, please move towards right portal. For vaccine recommendation and scheduling vaccination appointment, please find the third portal for it. For reporting any side effects due to vaccination, please move towards fourth portal. Welcome to Pharma Bot, your trusted Vaxia. This is your virtual vaccination clinic. Please go left portal to know your vaccine. If you are here for continuous pharmacy education, please move.
If this is not what you are looking for, please go back. Polio is caused by a virus that can lead to paralysis in children and is mainly spread through contact with infected feces. Thankfully, we have two effective vaccines, the oral polio vaccine, OPV, and the inactivated polio vaccine, IPV. Polio can have varying symptoms, from no illness at all to common cold-like symptoms with neck, back, and leg pain. In severe cases, paralysis can occur, often in areas with poor hygiene. OPV can provide passive immunization to close contacts. Its ability to give an...
Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, the model which you see right here is the CSM model. It's a 3D model of a kid having polio. So right now we want to tell that if you skip your polio vaccines or you skip the schedule of polio vaccines, this will be the state. So like this, there are various different vaccinable, curable infections, which can be given or represented by a model-like structure like this. I'll continue with the video.
Intestinal immunity makes it a preferred choice in polio eradication campaigns. Unlike OPV, IPV carries no risk of vaccine-associated polio paralysis and triggers a...
So you have created different videos for different portals?
Yeah, actually,
okay.
There's a lag of internet from my side. That's the reason for safer side I have created videos.
Okay, no worries. Carry on.
To be crisp. So here we can see Imagica being as an AI bot. We have shown you this video for demonstration purposes. On the right side, we have an QR code which can be scanned by the patient's mother or the father or the guardian. So for example, if I want to know about polio vaccine, I just type what is polio vaccine and the bot gives me everything. So to the judges, I would ask to scan this QR code and to show that our website or our model is practical and actually works. Is the same. This is about knowing what vaccines you should take depending upon your location or depending upon your occupation, as most of the places are overcrowded and may cause skin infections, may cause pulmonary infections. These can be treated by simple vaccinable, simple vaccines. And this is again the QR code which is made by AI. It is a modified QR code so that the clinic which we are going to pitch our idea to can put up their logo, put up their photos, put up anything they want and have a creative QR code. Okay, 2 minutes. So this is where I come to my 3 minutes of pitching. And to conclude, I would like to say that Pharma Bot does not want competition or wants to solve its main problem, that is in younger generations, most of the pediatrics lose their life because of wrong vaccination, because of not knowing about vaccination or wrong scheduling. And to give a boost to our fellow pharmacists into this world and to make us and our pharmacy organization proud. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kaushal. Am I audible, right? So yes, we can go ahead for judging criteria. Mr. ALEKH JOHARI, sir. And before getting into it, I welcome Mr. ARUN sir, who is one of the resource person for the Metaverse Hackathon and who is being a driving force for the workshop and as well as Hackathon, and who made all the judges to coming under one umbrella, that is IPA-SF Metaverse Hackathon. So finally he's here. Welcome, sir. Yeah.
Hi everyone, sorry. I'm out of work, that's why I couldn't join. But I just literally joined 5 minutes ago and I was jumping around in a room because I could see that the last team was using 8XR, Imagica, the system portal. So I'm so excited to watch recording again. But yeah, can't wait.
Sir, we can share you our video and our resources because you have been of great support, because we have asked enormous number of doubts about 8XR and about Imagica, and thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. ALEKH JOHARI, sir, you can share your feedback.
Sure. Okay, so I think that's a good idea, what they're trying to build, right? And yeah, and I just scanned one of the QR codes and it seems to be working. So I think the idea is good. Execution is decent. What you need to do is, why would, see, kids would definitely not come, if you're going to make it all serious. For them, kids, you have to have a gamified experience. So you have to work on that, right? And I like the color combinations, very, how do I say it, very floral, so to say, like pink, yellows, and orange. So that's a very good way of, attracting kids. So that way you, and the example that you gave, if you don't take polio drops, so that needs to be a little subtle as well, because so that you don't fear the kids, depending upon, what age kids you are coming to your, so you don't want to, frighten them. But as a concept, fantastic idea. And you're the first group out of the 8 that are using blockchain. But my question to you is, how are you planning to use the blockchain?
So actually, blockchain is a very new concept for us, according to families and pharmacists. But I would say that if the investor is ready to invest in a program, we 4 people can definitely learn the A to Z's of blockchain in 2 days and provide you with any information you want.
In 2 days, fantastic, man. I can ask you to join my company. I run a company on blockchain. That's why I was asking.
We are fully dedicated and we have actually worked day and night on this thing. Actually traveling from train to Bangalore to Movella, getting concepts, getting ideas, traveling back to Pune, and apart from that, doing this. So we are hell motivated towards working.
No, that's a good idea, but so my question is, here, Kaushal, is that you're not clear how you can use the blockchain, and you've put that into a solution, right? So which means, though you're dedicated, and I can see, the motivation that all of you have, but presenting a solution which you have no idea about, that's really a no-brainer. If you would have spent some time on understanding how blockchain can actually work for you and why it is needed, right? I mean, see, these vaccine certificates are already available, right? The polio vaccine drive is very, very effective in India because, as you know, that we are a polio-free country. So it's a very effective drive already. So what is it that you're offering in your solution by taking Metaverse into consideration? Right. So those are the things that you need to answer in your pitch, which I'm not seeing. That's the reason I asked the question, why blockchain?
Okay, sir. So like I'll say that creating a database, and each time you update and each time the kid or the child is taken to the clinic, he can be updated, the information can be updated so that it can be up to date. So right now in hospitals, what is done is it is all handwritten. You want to digitize it.
So why blockchain then? Digitize can also happen in databases.
In blockchain, if you want to hack or if you want to change anything, it notes that who changed it and it is tamper proof. But if you say we want to do it in Excel, so anyone can join and change some data, and there are various different things that can happen, adverse things.
Just to make it hack proof, you're trying to put on blockchain. I mean, think around it, I mean, I don't want to take too much time, but think around it. One way is, I can give a suggestion. One way is to NFT-fying all the vaccine certificates as a soul-bound token, right?
Okay.
So this is a one way. They cannot be sold further. I mean, just think around it, do some research, how you can use blockchain for this, and yeah, but all the best. Good presentation.
Thank you, sir. So also, I would like to say that there can be, so as you said that most of the children won't come on our website, but we can also target parents And after each vaccination, after the parents take their child to the clinic and have their shot of vaccine, they can get small coupons of Zomato, Swiggy, or you can partner with different things, so that it's type of a reward system and you are on spot with your vaccination, and that is what we can pull the crowd.
Who's going to fund that? I mean, nothing from me, if you're expecting. That was a question to you guys.
Okay. ALEKH JOHARI sir is asking, like, who is going to fund? Like, if you are going to provide such tokens or coupons or driving or pulling out the crowd.
We haven't thought that much about funding, but we can gain some traction with small companies like small food chains which want to promote themselves, or even small pharmacy stores or new pharmacy stores which sell generic medicines, as they have a huge what do you say, a percent of cut, so that they can give discounted things also on medicines.
Cool. I mean, you can toy around with this idea and make this a little more detailed and do some research. But all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback. Next, I request Mr. Rajvaidya, sir, to provide your feedback.
Okay. Excellent presentation. You have done a lot of groundwork hard work to bring this forward. Some little technical things you may have to look into, because in India and of course in many parts of the world, there is something called as zero-dose children. That means they have not received a single dose at all. So these are really underprivileged and difficult to find, leave alone internet and using chatbots. So for that, something you would need to do, because that's a very important component in our country as well. Secondly, using pharmacists is also a very good idea. Pharmacists are spread across the country, 7-8 lakh chemist stores. So those things also can be exported. Yeah, very good approach.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to request Mr. Arun NADARASA, sir, to provide your feedback to the participants, Pharma Bot.
Because I only joined for 5 minutes, I mean, from what I've seen, I just love it, because for me, the reason why we have this hackathon is to get everyone to start playing around with different tool set. And the fact that in your presentation, even though I joined the last 5 minutes, you use XROM, use the concept of portal, use Imagica AI. Then thanks to Alex mentoring, live mentoring it to get a better understanding how you could leverage blockchain technology for Sulpan token. It's basically to equip you with skill set that you won't get at university, because remember, this is only the second season. It's only going to get bigger and bigger every year. But as of now, like, I'm so happy that India is taking the lead for pharmacy student organization to start exploring this. And I'm hoping that other countries do join in for season 3 and so on. But overall, I was just delighted to see what you've done. The environment, I'm assuming you use Skybox Lab, is very catchy, colorful. The animation was good. The fact you thought ahead of the game to not just use 8XR, but use recorded session, kind of show your pre-planning skill set, just to for contingency measure, because when you do live presentation, often things can go wrong. But the fact you've taken the step to record your presentation as a backup is very good. And the fact you included the QR code, like I suggested on Discord channel, just blew my mind. And then ALEKH confirmed that it worked. All I can say is just hats up to you and the team, your hard work to go all the way to Bangalore. And I can't wait. I mean, funding will come, but only like what ALEKH said, you have to have a very strong business model, a very clear idea on what you want to achieve. And then you can always refer back to Kobe's presentation of raising capital. And there's a lot of resources, and pretty much that with what you've done so far, when other people start watching the presentation recording, people will come forward to kind of give you advice, potentially provide funding. So just hats off to you, your team, and your perseverance, and you definitely leaders. Each one of the team that's taken part in the submission today, and in my opinion, are leaders in meta pharmacy. So yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable feedback. Next, I would be requesting Mr. Eddie AVIL, sir, to provide your feedback to the team Pharma Bot.
Yeah, so Kaushal and team, I think fantastic presentation. Really liked it. I think yeah, it's nice, not nice to kind of compare all the teams, but I think all of the teams worked really hard and were exceptional. But I think what you did was really, really exceptional. I really liked the point that amongst all the teams, you were the only team which kind of put like a business plan and showed that there's a business plan. You put in like a QR code so that I could test that out. So there were a lot of things that you kind of did it completely right. Like though Alex pointed out that when you want to when you're creating a presentation, don't do anything flashy which is not needed. I mean, because that always back it up with why would you? Because I mean, if investors catch you over there, then they're not going to come back to you again. So I mean, yeah, just keep it as honest as possible. But I think fantastic work, Kaushal and team. So I think keep doing the good work, and to all the team also. Yeah. And guys, I need to run off, so I'll log off. But you guys all have been like really, really cool. Yeah. All the best to all of you guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eddie AVIL, sir, for your time and for being there till the last moment and for your free feedback as well. Thank you. And I would be requesting Mr. SARVAGY, SHAH, sir, to provide your feedback. I think he might have left. Mr. Ritesh Jain, sir, if you are there, you can. Or Mrs. Jane Thomason, if you have joined, you can provide your feedback. I think all the judges will be in the offline mode. Also, they will be judging your ideas, whatever you have pitched in. And Pharma Bot, do you have anything to share or to speak on? And as the judges are mentioning about the QR code you have presented, I want to check whether it really works or not. So hence I took screenshot for your word. So if with the judges' permission, I want to share the screen. Judges, do you allow me to share the screen? I want to check whether this QR code works or not. As they mentioned, as judges can open, just with your permission, I can share it.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I checked, one of them was working.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'll check it. I'll share the screen so that the judges and the panel can look over it. So, hope my screen is visible.
Not yet.
Yeah, now I guess it's visible. Yeah. So this was the screenshot I took during the session. Just I'm checking whether it QR code works or not. Okay, it have opened. So it is something reporting side effects, ADR for vaccination. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, judges, for allowing me. So yeah, anything you want to mention, Pharma Focus, for the last feedback, whatever provided, or else we can go move. Okay, thank you, Pharma Bot, for your idea. And I feel we have provided enough time to all the participants, and in spite of your technical difficulties, we have showcased the alternatives. And still, if any of the team have felt that we haven't provided you, as some are commenting, just you can unmute yourself and let us know what you want to show to the judges who are here, because this video will be watched by other judges as well. So if in case by mistake, if I haven't allowed any other person to not showcase your idea or not showcase your asset, you can just unmute. I think Team Crusaders, right? You can just unmute and you can showcase your Imagica or what you haven't shown during the presentation, so that judges are here and the judges after the session also will be watching it. You can just show, because in time constraint, I might have been moved forward. I might have holded you people. If I have, please, you can share it with the judges' permission. For next 30 seconds, you can showcase what was your idea. Team Crusaders is here, right? Vedavati, Sai, and Vishnu Priya.
Yes, Ainad.
Yeah, if I have holded you people, you can just show what that is, like Imagic or what is exactly. Yeah, you can. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, this is our Imagika, sir. We can track our pregnancy details here. Whenever we give our due date of a pregnant lady, or else at the start date of the pregnant lady, it will calculate the trimester and will give us the information regarding whatever the trimesters we have to do at that, whatever the food we have to take in the required trimester, and all the information will be shared here, sir. So all the information regarding whatever we said in the previous presentation of ours, like Pharma Nari, the bot, the same was the scanner of the QR code which we presented in our scene. This is a QR code for the Nari,
Your
the bot.
bot Nari. Okay. Yeah. If still you have anything, Vishnu Priya? I think you are in mute. You can unmute and you can say this is what you want to show, right? Imagika AI. Along with it, if you have anything, you can
Yes,
unmute and you can say.
regarding the QR code, we want to show you, but the QR code was not visible right now. So I'll send you the screenshot so you can.
No. Yeah, it's fine. You want to show Imagika AI, right? That still everything is there. You want to add on for your presentation. That's what I'm asking.
No, Sainath, that's it.
It's it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your coming forward and showcasing it, Imagika AI. And thank you for your efforts. And I would also like to thank all the judging panel members who have took out your time and came forward. It was not possible. I say without support and guidance and motivation from Mr. Arun Adasa, who is from Australia. With his time and efforts and driving force, we could able to do it. And I also would like to thank all the judges coming forward. I think my screen is visible, right? Yes. So again, I would like to thank all the judges. If you have any feedbacks, you can share the judges who are in the current live movement. I would like to thank Mr. ABHISHEK SINGH RAJPUROHIT, Mr. ALEKH JOHARI, Mr. and Dr. Jane THOMASON, Mr. RAVIL NASYROV, Mr. Samuel Lee, Mr. ARUN NADARASA, Mr. Eddie AVIL, Mr. SARVAGY SHAH, and Mr. Julian Park, and Dr. Ritesh, and Dr. Raj Vaidya, sir, who is a community pharmacist and member of IPA, for all the discussion and all the feedbacks to all the participants, and our small effort from IPA-SF to create a startup and entrepreneurship mindset among the students and bring out a metaverse hackathon related metaverse and these technicalities to be understood among students so that these people can provide solutions to the society. That's where our motivation was, and I'm thankful to all the panel members, and special appreciation to IPA-SF editing team and all the team members, public relations team, for putting their efforts day and time out for making this hackathon coming forward. And we also appreciate all the members over here, participants, for learning the skills, for coming forward. Yeah, that's it. If any other members have some queries to put on or to share your feedback, you can. And also, I would be assuring I'll take forward this initiation, the Metaverse Hackathon. We IPA-SF students organize a student congress with a gathering of 3,000 members, at minimum 3,000 members in India. So, which is being supported by our parent body, that is Indian Pharmaceutical Association. We took forward this proposal to organize this hackathon during that congress. I suggest all the participants to brainstorm yourself, take back the feedback of valuable judges over here, work on it, and try to make it as a live demo or making it as a reality. And you can pitch it that time. We also try to invite all the judges to that particular location. Let's see how it is possible. And this would be great opportunity each and every one of you. So IPA-SF always tries to support pharmacy student community in all the way around. So yeah, thank you everyone. And Arun sir, if you want to share anything, you can.
I just want to say, I want to give a huge shout out to IPA-SF because It was last year that Yogi invited me for a talk on social prescribing. And then I think for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes, I talked about the metaverse. And then Yogi was like, Arun, I want to organize a hackathon. And I said, are you sure? I don't remember coming across a pharmacy hackathon before. So yeah, let's do it. IPA-SF, motivation. I said, you know what? Yogi inspired me. He helped me with social prescribing. Let me help you back. And I connected him with some of my web contact. And then when we did the hackathon, which was 2 days long, I didn't know what to expect. And when I saw your presentation, finite, and then I had tears coming down to my cheek because it was so emotional, so powerful. That like someone as a student had this kind of vision to help the pharmacy profession in India with CPI, it blew my mind. So when you reached out to me a few months back saying, Aaron, let's organize season 2 again, I was like, let's do it. And then we went from brainstorming for doing a week to being a month, and then having so many partners, membership, company to bring forward to help us with speakers, sponsorship, and then seeing the number of questions on Discord channel, and then the last minute recording of Pharma Bot just blew my mind. And what I can say, like, remember, for me, it's all about passing the torch to the next generation, because you lot are the future of the pharmacy profession, not just in India, but across the globe. And I'm just so happy that I've got like a lot of leaders in India now in meta pharmacy to take it to the next level. So thank you for this opportunity, Sinat. Thank you to IPA-SF, thank you to IPA, and of course, thanks to all the judges to support India, especially for making an impact for the human society, for the health and well-being. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And I have forgot the main point of this competition, the winners announcement and the cash prize and free access to the AUM 2023 organizing by AjnaLens. And along with that, top 5 teams would be getting the .find domains. So we'll plan an announcement program in the next week. We'll invite some judges from Indian Pharmaceutical Association. So we'll be announcing the winners once we get the judging marks from the judges, because some judges would be giving marks in the offline by watching your recording. So that's what, yeah. So this is what information. Most probably the next Sunday, we will announce the winners. Is that fine, sir? I think 1 week time is sufficient to sort out the marks criterias and all, right?
I mean, definitely, yes, in my opinion. And also another thing is, like, last night, I managed to get the brand is Mr. Metaverse, because ARUN is my mentor and his business partner is JULIAN. They agreed to sponsor the winning team to access to their Fluent in AI course, which is valued at about 35,000 rupees for free access. So this is another great thing that will be available to the winning team. But yeah, 1 week should be more than enough, in my opinion, for the scoring. And then be releasing the score. So there's like transparency in the judging criteria. So all the members of our IPA-SF can see what's being judged on, so that for season 3 can be bigger and better and know what to work on. And my only feedback is, please use this as a launch pad till the IPA Congress with students, like what Sinat said. Try to polish up your skill on ATEXA, Ozone, IMMERSION, Bezel if you can, because by the next event, the tool would have improved a lot. So you'll be able to make a lot of new improvement to your project. Also making sure to take on board the feedback from the judges, because they've been in the field for several years. So by listening to what they say, you kind of saving a lot of time and effort to really make a life changing product for the pharmacy student, pharmacy industry, not just in India, but also globally. So yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, and also we would be providing the cash prizes. First prize is 6,000 Indian currency, and second and third as a consolation prize. We would be providing the 1,000 each team. And along with that, we'll be providing an appreciation letter as well as certificates. So you all 8 teams are an achievers already, because among these thousands of students community, you 8 teams across the nation came forward. Not only India, we have called this competition for world as well. So as Arun sir was daily mentioning, your pharmacy students community from India is really great. They have some motivation in them. They come forward voluntarily. That's what it's really acceptable comments from international members. So thank you all the 8 members team for your efforts and coming forward and showcasing. You all are the winners in our, but just a few things will be added on from the judges. That's where, so the selected participants as the winners will be getting the announcements, whatever we have made. So thank you once again. And as Arun sir was mentioning, these metaverse skills and as all are paid in a training mode. So we as a workshop have provided free access to you. Get onto our IPA-SF YouTube channel. There you'll find a Metaverse playlist. There you have all the 4 sessions of this hackathon presented there. So you can watch it and you can broom your skills there. So once again, I thank, and I would like to request Mr. Rajvaidya sir to share his views or feedback of the competition and workshop.
Thank you. It has been an excellent journey. Last almost 3.5 hours. Thanks to all the judges for their patience. And it's been very enlightening. And the students have really proven that they have the determination, even to get something from something new. They have created, by learning something new, they have created such excellent ideas. And I think definitely with more grooming, more mentorship, and more training, they really are the future. I always say the IPA students are our future, and I think this should be carried on. And I think based on the feedback, the students can work further on this, so that now that we know and now that they know what are the little lacking things, so it would be definitely good and will definitely grow. And thanks to Mr. Arun for his continuing support. And right since your lecture last year, we have been looking forward to this metaverse and all these new things which are definitely new for us. And thanks once again.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Yeah,
And
thank
so
you.
if I just add, I just want to say that my vision is for India, for every school of pharmacy in India to have a syllabus for Web4 pharmacy or metaverse pharmacy. And this is a moonshot declaration that in 5 years' time, India will be #1 leader in meta pharmacy. I did that something similar for XROM back in 2013, and it happened in 2019. So I'm making a declaration now, which in 5 years' time, India will be #1 in the world for meta pharmacy. So yeah. So it's being recorded, so in 5 years' time, we can talk again.
That's great to hear.
Thank you so much, sir. Definitely our mentors will look into it, and they'll, whatever is needed or required, they'll try for it. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. If anyone want to share your feedback or something for the next 30 seconds, you can on your mic, whether it might be judges who is available now, they can, or the participant, if anyone want to share anything, or else we can good to wind up. And I also would like to thank Mr. Yogendra Kanchak, who is our motivation and is a guiding member for us, who is a former president of IPA Students Forum. Yes, because of he have took the initiation to organize this Metaverse Hackathon last time. That gave us a chance to organize the second season. And we wish and hope this should continue every year so that the students could get some support and understanding in this technical world and provide solutions to the current prospects. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time and efforts, all the 8 teams. It's really showcased your determination, and I would like to thank again each and everyone for your complete efforts. Please take back the feedback of the judges, and definitely you will be leaders. And this is what you have to create, the startup mindsets, and you have to become the entrepreneurs for the future. Yeah. All the best, everyone. Thank you. Someone from IPA-SF is